Hello, my stamping friends. This is Renee Novak at PlusByCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm here today to share with you another weekly Wednesday. Today, we're going to create a card using the Everyday Details. This is in the annual catalog. We're going to use this stamp right here, and we're going to use this die from the dies and this, and we're going to also use the little half butterfly from the Beautiful Butterflies. So let me share with you the card that we're going to create. So the card we're going to create today is a little happy birthday card. And what I did was I mounted both of these with Stampin' Dimensionals, and then I stamped this happy birthday. And this happy birthday is actually from the Beautiful Butterflies, and I'll tell you exactly how I created that happy birthday. So let's get started. So the supplies you're going to need for this card, you're going to need a card base that is Highland Heather. You're going to need a piece of white to go on the inside. And then you're going to need another piece of white and a piece of Gorgeous Grape where you can cut out that die that I was telling you about, that rectangle die. It's the same size. We're going to cut them both the same size. Now I went ahead and I stamped in Memento Black and I colored with watercolor pencils, so you wouldn't have to watch me do that. But you're just going to take a basic white paper, stamp your image, crop it out, and then color it up with whatever colors you want. And then I cropped the Gorgeous Grape in the same size. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount these kind of a little off-centered. And we're going to pop those up. We're going to put Stampin' Dimensionals behind there. So we're going to put one here and one here. And how I did that was I made sure that it wasn't down here. So one here and one here. And then we're going to put some on the outsides of these. So let's go ahead and just peel off our Stampin' Dimensionals paper back. And I'm going to line it up here. And I'm just going to kind of off-center it a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to push those down. And now what you're going to want to do is put some Stampin' Dimensionals on these pieces so that they, again, pop up. So let me grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. And we were going to want to put one here. One on this corner, and that'll pop those up. And then we're going to want to stick one kind of right here, overlapping that, and then one right here overlapping. And that way they won't show on the front, but they'll still pop up. So then we're just going to peel those off and stick them down on the front of our card. Okay, I'm just putting it kind of up here in the corner. Give it an even mount on the top and on the bottom. And then what I did is I took the other die from the Everyday Details. It's the smaller little rectangle die. And I stamped my greeting on a piece of basic white, and then I cut it out with that second die that is in there. Now, what I did with this happy birthday, that's actually from the, it's this one right here. And what I did is I just cut that in half. Okay, so I used my paper snips and I just cut the happy and the birthday apart. So then it was easy for me to mount them on the top and the bottom. And so you can either put that to go right down at the bottom, you can make it come up farther, you can make it go diagonal. I think I'm going to go diagonal with mine today. So I'm going to grab, again, a couple more Stampin' Dimensionals and put it on the ends of each one of those. And it's okay to cut your stamps apart if they're not working for you. I already have a happy birthday that's pretty long, and so I didn't need a second one that was kind of long. So I decided, since this one was Photo Palmer, it was pretty easy to see and cut apart. So I just used my regular paper snips to cut that apart. Okay, and there's that happy birthday. And then on the inside, we're going to take this basic white and we're going to grab our gorgeous grape ink and we're going to stamp that half butterfly right down here in the corner. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just take our snail adhesive and we're just going to run some along here and we're going to put that right on the inside of our card. Oops. And then that is how simple and easy that card comes together. So again, don't be afraid to cut your stamps apart if they're not working for you. This was the stamp from Beautiful Butterflies that I just kind of cropped right at the end of Happy and Before Birthday so that I could stack it inside of more of my dies. So thanks again for watching. This is my weekly Wednesday. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. And until next time, be blessed.